what do you say to those who say you have no chance to go down there and beat the defending world champs with Tom Brady in his building where he won the Super Bowl last year, Dallas Goedert?
I think we got a lot of belief in this building. We're not too worried about what everybody else thinks, but, we're putting all our money on ourselves. I think, just what we can do, the different people we have offensively, if we can run the ball the way we've been running and just wear the Buccaneers out, I think we'll be in good shape. If we can get ahead and let our good pass rush get after Tom Brady, hopefully, we can get a couple turnovers, and anytime that happens, you can win the turnover battle. You can win the game.
Because the last time there was a big run for the Eagles in the playoffs, there were those dog masks, right? Like because everyone would consider you were underdogs. Is there any sense like that now? You got something cooked up for this at all?
I can't guarantee that the O-line isn't going to do something. With the personalities, Jason Kelsey and Lane, they always like to embrace whatever the media is saying. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But, we're just focused on going down there and playing a good game of football and coming out on top.
When is Kelsey talking to the team? When does he usually do that? I saw that speech last week. Or 2 weeks ago when you had a chance to beat the Washington football team.
Anytime you get to listen to Kelsey talk, it's a true treat. Obviously, his speech after the Super Bowl, and then I get a few more because a lot of the times the coach does ask. But he'll probably come up and talk. But before the game, he talked once this week talking about the details and the little things that win you and lose you playoff games. But man, anytime he speaks, you can tell it's just the focus and the detail to everybody listening to him is pretty incredible. Just because he is the amazing person that he is.
Well, at least you get to go down to Tampa. It's not like 0 degrees. You know what I mean? Like that's where the game in Buffalo, if you saw about all that, because you're from the Dakotas, you must know about playing football in some freezing weather,
Yeah, I played in a few games, and like you said, I'd much rather go to Tampa and play in warm weather than cold.
What do you consider football weather? What you're playing in this weekend, or the freezing weather? What's football weather at Dallas Goedert? What is it?
Ideal football weather is probably like between 50 and 60.
Okay.
Not too hot, but not too cold. When it gets cold, it's definitely a mindset, and whatever team wants to win, whatever team wants to be the physical team has the advantage. But when it's nice out, you can just go run around, not get tired if it's not too hot, and just play your best football.
Did you hear the conversation that Bart Scott started about what you do when it's cold to stay warm? Did you hear about that one yesterday, Dallas?
No, I didn't. I need some advice.
Wow, this is incredible that I get to inform you. He says to pop the blue pill. Viagra helps, he says, to keep the body warm.
Oh, it gets the blood flowing, huh?
Apparently.
I can see it working. I don't know. It might be dangerous to do before a game with a drug test, but
that's what we were hearing too. And then after 4 hours, you got to consult your doctor. So, that might be a problem. During a game. So that's what do you do to stay warm during a game then? If not that, like what would you counsel those playing in that game? Someone from the Dakotas.
Well, it's a lot easier to stay warm in the NFL than it was at the FCS level or in high school. Here you get to have heated benches. You have a bunch of sideline heaters and stuff. And then when you're on the field, most of the time your adrenaline's going so much, you really only get cold on the sideline. But like I said, in the NFL, with the heated benches, the big jet heaters or whatever they are, you just kind of stay warm and use your adrenaline.
You mean in the FCS they didn't bring you didn't bring your own benches on the road like everybody in the NFC East is apparently doing now? That doesn't happen?
No, not at all. And we would have it where it had to be equal in the playoffs, at the FCS level in the playoffs. Each team had to have the same stuff on the sideline. But for some reason, every time we went on a road game, the heaters on our side didn't work. So.
Yeah, they didn't have the batteries. They didn't have the new batteries in there, I guess, huh?
They forgot a little bit of stuff.
Okay. Have a great
Would have
time.
been way smarter to bring our own.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.